My name is Susan Buller and it's Sunday the 13th of March and I'm out in our vineyard about to do some grape sampling to check to see what the Beaumet is on our Shiraz grape that's going to go into our Langdon Shiraz. Now in the last 10 days or so we've had about 150 mils of rain, which is roughly 3 inches in the old scale, and that can do quite a lot of damage to some grapes. When I was out here a week ago it wasn't too bad, but now I'm sort of out trying to see what the damage is done and to just check to see what the Beaumet is. Now first thing you look for or have a look is try and see if you can smell anything. Part of the problem with rain is that it can swell the grapes and they can burst and you get rots or mould setting in. Now you can usually smell that. It smells like rotting fruit. But there's no smell out here, but I can assure you there are plenty of weeds. The grass is growing and things are looking very green, but at the wrong end of the vines. So I think we'll have to get out and do a bit of slashing as well to get rid of some of the weeds. Now I'm going to turn the camera around so we can have a look. I'll just turn it around now and you can see some of the grapes. Now some have started to shrivel there and that's fine, that's just drying out of the drying the grapes out. That just gives a slightly or more concentrated, it's like a bit like a raisin or something like that. So they're looking perfectly healthy, no problems. What I do when I do a sample is I go along, as you can see the rows up here, I take a sample from about every third bay, and there are 3 vines per bay, and I try and alternate it so that I take a sample from, say, in the middle here near the crown, then next bay I'll take one near the end, perhaps a bit higher, like up here, and then I might take one a bit further on, which is, say, quite low down and covered in something like that, which is covered in canopy, and that will give me a reasonable sample of the vines. And I'll go along, this side is facing north, and then I'll go along a few rows and I'll take them from the other side, which will be facing the south facing one. So if you can see here, this is in shadow and this is the south facing side. There is actually less fruit on this side, and that's just because it's facing south. Obviously if it was in the northern hemisphere and you've got an east-west facing row, that there would be more on the south side. Anyway, I will stop the filming now and go and get some samples.